everyone, welcome to my week 22 and 23 update. So it's Thursday the 15th and I am 23 weeks, 6 days. That'll be 24 weeks tomorrow. So obviously these updates have become bi-weekly. Maybe as I switch over to like my third trimester, they make it more, I'll get back on the weekly schedule, but for now this is working for me. So I'm sorry if the lighting is a little different. It's like 4, it's almost 5, and it's getting really dark out. So I have fluorescent light versus a natural light. So tell me if you actually like this better versus the other light. It doesn't matter. I think you can see just fine. A few exciting things that have happened. At 22 weeks, one day, my husband finally felt the baby move. I feel like he could have felt the baby move, I don't know, maybe a week or 2 weeks prior to that if he was patient. He just doesn't want to sit with his hand on my belly. Like, that's just his thing. He's like, I want to do something. So finally the baby was having like crazy kicking, strong kicking that night, and I made him sit, and he felt it like several times within that time, and he felt it a couple times since then. Fleur hasn't felt it yet. You don't have to push down. Like, I used to have to push pretty hard to feel it from the outside, but you don't anymore. You can actually see it now from the outside, which is another thing that happened in week 23. I've tried to capture on video, but I haven't been able to so far. I talked about this previously, but my belly, which is a B belly still, is definitely taking a D belly shape, like a big bump. And it's so bizarre because even when I was 41 weeks pregnant with Fleur, it still was a B belly, and I feel like this time it will be a D belly. It's so weird to see my body changing just between one pregnancy and the other. And on the same note, like a physical note, my line is finally starting to become way more apparent. It's not up above my belly button yet, but it's almost there, and it's getting darker and darker. I can't remember when it showed with Fleur. I'll have to go back and look, but I definitely had it with Fleur, and I feel like if you have like a darker skin tone, well, I'm pretty fair, but I mean like dark hair and eyes, and you have like dark body hair, I feel like you get the line more. Is that like, tell me if that was true for you or not, because there are definitely some fair Caucasian people with no line at all at like 40 weeks, which is bizarre to me. So yes, that's coming. Oh, in line with Josh feeling baby move, the baby has been crazy, moving all the time, like all the time. I used to think that he was most active at night, maybe like before dinner into like the evening, like 10ish, 11ish, but now it's all the time. That happened within this last week, so within week 23 he's been active throughout the day. And even if I'm like doing dishes and my belly's like resting on it, he'll like kick like where it's resting on the sink, which is like, okay, I'll step all the way back and wash the dishes, but still feeling him way up by my belly button and then way down by my pubic bone, all over. I felt this really weird, like, I don't even know how to describe it, like undulation. Like, I felt like he was like rolling or something. I don't know if he was like flipping. I don't think it was that, but it just felt really weird, and it wasn't hiccups, so I'm not sure what it was. That I only felt that once though, but all the time kicking and punching and all kinds of movement, which is wonderful. I love it. So I had a couple of symptoms that I had mentioned in previous videos that have since dissipated, so I'm gonna try to remember to talk about those. One was my scalp was really sensitive, and I noticed a tiny bit the other day, but overall it's been fine, like not as sensitive as before. And then the other thing is, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but I was having this weird sensation when I bit down. It was like, I don't know, it was a really weird, like, it's like I ate something really sweet but I hadn't eaten anything at all, or if I just had like dinner instead of, it was just this weird like clenching feeling. I don't know how to describe it, like you ate something way too sweet, and that was happening for a couple days, but that's now dissipated as well. I can't think of anything else. I did have that like eye sensitivity, like sunlight was really bright, and I have noticed that's changed, but it's also like definitely full fall here now. But that's it for things that I think I remember that have changed. I can go back through my notes, but I'm pretty sure for now. I forgot to mention one other thing with my stomach, like physically. can see some stretch marks, and they're not new ones. I'm just not sure if like my body's changing. Like I had stretch marks before, and I don't know if it's because my skin is getting tighter. They're more apparent, like they're not so deep, they're more shallow, but I just definitely see them, but they're not bright red ones, anything like that. So I have been using belly like oil, like a specific belly cream that a friend made. She has her own organic line, and then jojoba oil or rosehip oil. So either of those, I just alternate, put it wherever. I have noticed when my belly button is really dry, so I try to really do that. I really try to do the stretch marks are right up here, like on my stomach area, like under my bust. So I really try to concentrate the moisture there, but nothing else anywhere else weird, like hips or anything, boobs, nothing. Definitely feel like my boobs have grown though. I finally noticed colostrum production, and that was within week either 20 or 21 or 22. I think it was 22, because I feel like I noticed it with Floor either at 19 or 20, like halfway, and this one was a little bit later. I'm not sure if that's because I was nursing until my 10th week of pregnancy or not, but now I definitely have some colostrum if I hand express. So that's fun, and I've noticed darkening of everything for babies' focal points when you nurses. So yay, getting ready to breastfeed again. It feels so weird to, I've been pregnant and breastfeeding and then pregnant again for now 5 years. So weird. So since 2010 I was pregnant, and then had Floor, nursed, and then pregnant again. So that's so weird to think about. My body's like had all these hormones and things, but it's so great. It's like really what I feel like I've meant to do, is to be a mom. So this is wonderful that biologically my body is working in that way. So it's so fun and such a miracle. Some other things that aren't physical. I did have a doctor's appointment within week 22, and I had my glucose test, which I have passed. Yay! I wasn't really concerned. I passed with Floor, and I haven't noticed any like crazy symptoms that would lead me to believe that I had gestational diabetes. So I wasn't too nervous. The only thing is, tell me if this happened to you, my test was not fasting, and it was definitely fasting with Floor, and it was in the afternoon. So it was at like 2, so I had to come at 1 or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, I can't really not eat until 1 in the afternoon. That'll be really bad for a pregnant lady. And they're like, oh no, it's not fasting. I was like, the glucose test is not fasting. That's interesting. So I reiterated as soon as I got there, and she brought out the drink. I was like, I'm not fasting. And she was like, yep, it's not a fasting test. So tell me if that's happened to you. It was the regular, they didn't have the meal, which I'm disappointed with, because I have a friend who's getting maternity care at a different facility in town, and they offer the meal option. But anyway, they only offered the Glucola, which I got the red flavor, which was actually, it wasn't bad. It was better than the orange flavor, I think. The 50 grams Glucola, that's what it was, non-fasting. And they didn't draw like a baseline glucose or anything. It was just drink the drink and then an hour later. And I still passed. I think my number was, my blood sugar was 97, I think. It has to be like 135 or something to cause alarm. So yeah, that was great. My appointment was fine. I did gain, I think I gained 11 pounds on their scale. And so my doctor's so nice. She didn't say anything, which I think I'm the one who's putting the stress on the weight gain, not her, because she's never said anything about weight gain. She knows, obviously knows I'm very like aware of not wanting to gain weight, like too much weight or any weight with this pregnancy. But I was talking to her about, I mentioned this previously, I have that nerve pain in one leg and it was really bothering me. And she was like, well, let's look. It looks like this last month has been your biggest growth in your pregnancy. So it was a really like kind way of being like, yeah, you put on 11 pounds. It's probably stressing your nerve that's causing tingling. So I thought that was funny. But that was in week 22. I weighed myself today. I'm already down 5 pounds from that. So I'm not sure what's going on. And I have been eating too much Halloween Kitty. Been more active, steadily been more active. Every time I have an update, I tell you I'm more active, but I feel like I'm more active every single time. So I don't know if that has to do with anything. I've been making healthier choices, like really trying to incorporate more vegetables, which is a huge change from my first trimester and then even the beginning of my second trimester. So I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but yeah, and I haven't weighed in a couple days, so I don't know if I was just steadily dropping or what. Okay, some things that are not really pregnancy related, but we have been having tons of New England fall fun around here. We've gone leaf peeping, we've done pumpkins, we've done apple picking, hay rides, all kinds of fall fun things. I'll try to insert a few pictures, but we have been super busy with that. The leaves are just phenomenal this year, and we've been really enjoying the weather, and it's been great. Halloween is in 16 more days. Floor is going to be superhero Floor. She's so excited. And then right after Halloween, we're going to Disney. So excited. We booked our place. We got our tickets. We booked all our meals. So maybe I'll do a plus size pregnant traveling Disney vlog video coming up. I'm still going to do, I promise, the stripping video. Like the stripping of the clothes and the cloth diapers and stuff. And then I was going to do a Doppler video. I'm not, obviously it's so easy to find baby's heartbeat right now, but I'll do like a tips and tricks because I baby's heartbeat 8 weeks, and Floor's I think was 12, but I'll do try to do tips and tricks, not so much like physically showing you where to put the Doppler. The last thing is cravings, and I really haven't had that many cravings. I've said this before, eating eggs like all the time. I'm still eating them probably 3 to 4 times a week versus like every single day, which I was doing before. I really like to make my own breakfast sandwiches. I get a big thing of English muffins from Costco. You get 18 for like $3. It's crazy. So you can freeze half of them, or I just keep them in the fridge and they last a lot longer. English muffin or sourdough bread, eggs, spinach, cheese, maybe a little bit of mayo, and it's so delicious. It's such like the perfect filling breakfast for me, and never makes me feel sick, and yum. I haven't really been craving on any. I talked about soup. I was craving soup. That's done. I ate a lot of soup, but overall pretty good. Nothing crazy. I've made a couple apple pies from our apple picking, made some applesauce, and yeah, making better food choices overall though. I did make a really delicious quiche, and it was so simple. It was refrigerated pie crust dough, cheese, and then whatever filler you want. So I used mushrooms, onions, kielbasa, and beets. So it was like a fall quiche, and then like 6 eggs, and then poured it all, assembled it and poured it, and it was so good. Cook it for like 45 minutes. Oh, it was so simple. I can do a more in-depth video on that if you want, but that's like the basic recipe. So that's it. Let me show you my belly, and that'll be it for week 22 and 23. So I have a sweatshirt on, so I'm sorry if this is kind of hard to see. You can kind of see if I pull it tight. I also have on sweatpants, so not as tight as I'm usually wearing. So that's 23 weeks and 6 days. I feel like this side you can always see the belly way better. 23 weeks, 6 days. I remembered one more thing I wanted to talk about, maternity jeans. So I hate the maternity jeans that I had. I actually sold them on eBay. I had some that I had before that I just like blocked it out. I forgot how uncomfortable they are. Like, it was constantly pulling them up, and they would like ride down in the crotch, and they were just not good. So I had that. I had another pair, and I just sold those. And then I found a pair in my closet that were from, it was like QVC or HSN. It was Debbie Gilman or something like that, and they fit so well. They were like jeans, but they had like an elastic waist, and they were really high-waisted, so I like never wore them not pregnant because it was like really weird, like elastic pants, but they felt so well pregnant. So I went back and searched for that brand and bought another pair. Not the same. They don't make them the same. They're like way short-waisted. They don't even come up like past my belly button, and I hate that. I have to have something over my stomach when I'm pregnant. So now I'm still in the search. I'm wearing leggings, still getting uncomfortable. I tried to wear my jeans yesterday. I don't know why I tortured myself. Like my pre-pregnancy jeans zipped up, and it was just so tight. And after I ate breakfast, I was like dead. I was like, I can't even move. I have to go home and take off and put on leggings. So that's what I did. So still on the lookout for bigger, like non-restrictive leggings that you can wear outside, or maternity jeans that actually come up and have an elastic waist, not like a tight button or a really tight band not interested in that. So let me know if you have any recommendations in the comments below. Try to get up those other videos, the cleaning and the Doppler and maybe the quiche. If you guys are interested, let me know. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!